Sir, shall we start the session, sir?
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Shall we start the session, sir?
Yeah, ma'am. All depends on you, ma'am. How many participants are there?
They will join, sir. Actually, I posted in the group also.
So let's
By,
wait for another 2-3 minutes, then we'll start.
yes, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. So, as per your schedule, it is 2:15. Shall we begin, ma'am? Already said.
Yes, sir. So before that, just 1 minute, sir.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, participants. Good afternoon to one and all. Respected Dr. Mayank Agarwal, sir. Good afternoon. Welcome to the 1 week faculty development program on application of emerging technologies in business, which is organized by JNTU School of Management Studies team. Thank you, sir. Thank you for accepting our invitation and taking session on blockchain. Yeah. Before going to start the session, so I would like to introduce today's resource person to you all participants. So that I request our faculty member, Dr. P. Vishnath Garu, to read the profile of today's resource person to all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to one and all. So, today I take this opportunity to introduce a distinguished personality and a gold medalist as a resource person, Dr. Mayank Agarwal ji, for this session. I heartily welcome for you, sir. Dr. Mayank Agarwal, currently working as an assistant professor and HOD of computer science and engineering at Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Gurukul Kangri University, Haridwar. So he is a gold medalist and university topper in BTech and did BTech honors in computer science and engineering, MTech in computer science and PhD from IIT Delhi in a summer faculty research fellowship program. And regarding to experience, one has a lot of experience. So Dr. Mayank has an experience of 17 years in academics and loves to deliver the inspiring and technical talks. And to his credit, 3 states, Uttarakhand, West Uttar Pradesh, and Himachal, represented Dr. Mayank Agarwal ji as a science communicator in Indian Science Congress 2014. And since then, it is a passion to talk and teach about how to make use of the science in daily life. So with regard to academics, he has presented and published a number of the papers in reputed journals, conferences, and conducted more than 100 workshops, training, particularly focusing on cloud computing on behalf of the IBM partners also. So with regarding to the recognizing his achievements, his efforts, IBM has given the designation as a cloud consultant for the year 2015 and also a Microsoft Azure certified by the MAGE and is a cloud mentor. So to his credit, so has one patent in the field of the blockchain technology. So recognizing the efforts, Dr. Mayank is awarded the best teacher of the computer science and engineering award every year by his university and was awarded a most popular teacher of the Faculty of Engineering and Technology in 2011 and 2014. Have been honored by a mentor awardee by IBM in 2013 also. So when it comes to the membership, sir has a life member in Computer Science of India, then Electronics, Institute of the Electronics and Telecommunication, International Science Congress Association, and moreover, he worked at various levels in the universities. For instance, Honorable Secretary in 2014 to 16, Chairman, and is the editor for the CSI Journal of Computing, and also an editorial board member for International Journal of the Current Engineering and Scientific Research, which is approved by UGC and Scopus journals. So, apart from his teaching and research activity, Dr. Agarwal sir also involved in the various social activities in the Red Cross and Bharat Vikas Parishad organizations. Apart from this, he also developed the apps for the society. That is in 2009, he was the first and key person to implement the SMS-based information collection system in the Lok Sabha election of the Haridwar, and also launched a Namo Ganga, a mobile application to keep Ganga clean on the guidelines of the Honorable Prime Minister, PM mission, Namami Gange. Sir, really, you're very lucky persons to have you as an associate, as a resource person in our FDP program. Once again, welcome you for this session to deliver the topic, sir. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Vishnu, sir. Thank you for your wonderful words about today's our resource person. Sir, I welcome you to the FDP, sir. I request you to start the session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. A very warm good afternoon to all. It is indeed a pleasure for me to be a part of this FDP, which is being run by such an esteemed university, Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University. The university does not need any introduction. When Dr. Lakshmi gave a call to me that, sir, would you like to give a talk on this FDP, which is declared by the name of Emerging Technologies in Business Applications. Something like this is the name, if I'm not wrong. Emerging Technologies for Business Applications, which is being organized by JNTU. So I readily accepted it because I love to interact with intellectuals. And I personally believe that to interact with the participants near about this Anantpuram and JNTU University would give me an opportunity to interact with the real intellectuals of the world. So now to begin with this blockchain, I was witnessing what other speakers have already discussed with you. And really good sessions have been conducted by Dr. Babu, a very good friend of mine from NIT Warangal. Then Insyar Mehndi ji, he has already covered about Remix, Ethereum and Solidity. And today also you were told about by Mr. Dr. Kala about that what is consensus algorithms and blockchain mining concepts. So you have already gone through the basics of blockchain, and you have already gone through that Remix and Solidity also, what I could see. Now, is the voice audible and clear? I think there is certain humming sound also. Is it clear to?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
It's audible. Okay. Sir, could you please put yourself on mute, sir? Vishwanath, sir. Vishwanath, sir. Thank you, sir. Sorry to disturb you, sir.
No, sir. Please, carry.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. If you could just, your mic is not mute, so I'm getting certain noise from your side. Yeah, thank you. It is not getting, anyhow. Yeah, now it is mute. Thank you, sir. Now, I could see means a lot have been covered. So I was just thinking that from where to begin and what to discuss with you all, because you already have been already told what is blockchain and all. To see how I have divided the session is, it is a 3-hour sessions, and I would love to interact with you. In case you find any query, you can interrupt any time in between, either by using a chat or by answering by using your mic. Any mode you are free to use. Sometimes we do not see are not able to see the chat in Google Meet when we are presenting the whole screen. And how I have divided is that for first half an hour or 1 hour or 1.5 hour in the first session, I would introduce you some of the things which have been left over of the basics of blockchain, some real examples of blockchain, and some things, some resources from where you can learn yourself. Because what I believe is that if you have a zeal to learn, then no one can stop you. And you do not really need a teacher to teach you. All those speakers, those who have come before, they have shared their knowledge to you. They have already given a path to you. Now it is you who have to explore. So I'll be sharing certain resources where you can explore. I'll be showing you certain path where you can work on. And in the second half of the session, I'll focus on the task which has been given to me, that is the Remix platform, how we will make a distributed application using Remix and what is Ethereum and all. Though Intiar Mehendiji have already covered it, but I'll try to cover the same thing with different words and in a different way. So to begin with, I love to have hands-on things. So those, even if you are having your mobile phone, it can be done with the mobile phone also. There is nothing which is means it requires a laptop as for now. Even if you are having a mobile phone, you can use your mobile phone also. Uh, I'm sure all of you must be knowing different browsers. Just use your chat window and answer the first query of mine that name some different browsers. I'm typing it in the chat window also. Name some different browsers you know. Question which is means very silly to ask. Chrome, Firefox, Mozilla, Opera. Great. Yahoo. Okay. Any more answers? Chrome, Mozilla, Firefox. Anyhow, very surprising to see Microsoft Edge. Great. Universal. This was what I was expecting, that Microsoft Edge would be there. Now, see, these all are browsers. These all are applications. These all are applications. You are learning a technology which is called blockchain. So to start with, let me share with you the browser which is based on this technology. Okay, because when we have to learn something, the zeal should be something that we use each and everything of that thing only. If we are talking about blockchain, then we have to make a habit that we use all the softwares, all the applications which somehow is related to blockchain. We should try. It is not compulsory, but we should try. For example, if someone loves blue color, you will find that whatever he wears is having a shade of blue, isn't it? So similarly, if we are all moving towards blockchain technology, though this FDP talks about emerging technologies, so there are not this is not only the one of the emerging technology. There are so many emerging technologies. But when we are talking about blockchain, so I'll stick myself to blockchain. So there is a browser which is called Brave, and this browser is based on blockchain technology. What is blockchain has already been told to you by so many speakers. I'll also speak a little on it. So Brave is a browser which is based on blockchain technology. Just let me share with you how does this Brave looks like, and if possible you can, is the screen visible? Can anyone open up his mic. Can you please?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, this is how a Brave browser looks like. This is how a Brave browser looks like. So, 2 minutes to you if you are having a laptop, even on a mobile phone. But it is the beauty is that it is a very safe browser. Already, you have studied a lot of blockchain, and one of the key point of blockchain have been told by many speakers that blockchain technology is for security. Blockchain technology is for security. It gives you a secure atmosphere. Now, when it gives a secure atmosphere, why don't we make it a habit in our daily life that we use at least this browser when we are using banking transactions? If not for all other work, then at least for banking transactions, we use this Brave browser. Okay. So 2 minutes or 3 minutes, depending upon your internet speed, just download this browser. In your Google Chrome, majority of you would be using Google Chrome. I also use it. There is no harm in using it, but we all know that security is one of the hindrance. So to make it more secure, blockchain is the best technology. So 2 minutes to 2 to 3 minutes to you, and just type in your Google Chrome Brave browser and download it and install it in your system, so that from now onwards you all are familiar with it and you can use Brave browser. So download Brave. Sorry, BRAVE. Key is not working, I think, in my laptop. BRAVE. Brave. You can see Brave. The screen is already shared with you. Brave browser, brave.com. It comes with this tiger-like look. Okay. So when you are done with this download, in your chat window, type a 1. When you're done with this download of Brave browser, give a 1 in the chat window. Great. Now, we are not going to use this Brave browser for anything, but my motive is that after having this 5 days FDP of blockchain, you should at least know certain applications which have already been built on blockchain, so that it gives you a roadmap where you can proceed. Means you can also make a similar type of application. Having said of so many blockchain technologies you are hearing from last 5 days, at least from I think yesterday and day before yesterday also there was a talk on blockchain, and so much about of programming have been shared with you, and many of you might be from MBA. So how we can use blockchain in applications in business. So see, this is a business. We study blockchain and made a new browser. Now if I talk about the history of the browser, now, today there was a news in Times of India. If you have gone through that news, that US and some other countries, approximately 40 was the number, if I'm not wrong, they have they have made a means, or what I should say, that they have put a case lawsuit. They have uh, uh, gone through a lawsuit against Facebook, that Facebook is not using good business policies and it is having a monopoly of itself. How they are saying that it is having a monopoly of itself? By acquiring WhatsApp, by acquiring Instagram. So Facebook has become one of the major giant, and though it has acquired in 2007 and 2012, and now a lawsuit has come that Facebook is not doing fair practices in business by becoming a monopoly in social networking websites. Now see, how this technology can help all these things. When this browser in 1990s we had internet. 1990s we had internet. Then came a web browser which was known as Internet Explorer. Now I means again asking a silly question that can you just tell me that Internet Explorer was launched by which company? Use your chat window to answer. Internet Explorer was launched by which company? Srinivasan sir is always the first one to answer. Great Srinivasan sir. Microsoft. So Internet Explorer was launched by Microsoft. Now, can anyone remember that what happened when Internet Explorer was launched by Microsoft and there was an operating system or there is an operating system which is given by Microsoft which is called Windows. All of us know. So this Internet Explorer used to come as a bundle with this Windows. And I started coming as a bundle with Windows. And anyone getting a Windows system was getting this Internet Explorer. And this was only one uh, browser which was very famous, that was Internet Explorer. So companies again went for a lawsuit against Microsoft that Microsoft is having a monopoly on Internet Explorer and this Internet Explorer is coming as a bundle on Windows system. And it is somewhere around in 2000 or 2001. Then there came another web browser which became very famous and which is used heavily. It's called Google Chrome. Now, Google is having a monopoly on Google Chrome, if we say, though it is allowed in every browser system, but means then Google Chrome. People forgot about Internet Explorer, though so many new features were added. Microsoft Edge came into the picture, but Google Chrome has become one of the majority of the people are using this web browser. Now, these monopolies can be broken by using the developing technologies like blockchain. Now, Brave is a browser which has now been picked up by people thinking in view of the security. Okay. So, Brave is a browser which I prefer that if you're using your transactions, which are money transactions or something like that, it blocks so many ads also, much secure than Google, does not keep your records also, and all the extensions are possible in it. That is Brave. Now let's move ahead. What we are talking about is I am trying to discuss about the things which have not been touched by previous speakers about blockchain, and they are all related with blockchain. Slowly, we will pick up the pace. Now, I wish to have answers from other participants except Srinivasan sir. Web 1.0, then Web 2.0, and then Web 3.0. Can anyone just tell me the difference between these three terminologies? Web 1.0, Web 2.0, and Web 3.0. You can use your chat window, and if someone wish to answer by using the voice as a mic, most welcome. Difference between 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. See, you've already been told about that there is a block, there are transactions, the number of transactions join into the block, and the block becomes a chain, and this becomes a blockchain. So I was just listening through the lectures of other speakers, and they have very beautifully explained these things. I just want to go deep inside the little bit of history and how does it came into the picture. So if you're knowing all these things, Web 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0, it is great. Otherwise, I'll explain. Dynamic features developed Kanika with time. Great. Still, specific difference between Web 1.0, 2.0, or 3.0? No. As I told that I'll be sharing with you the resources because it is you all who have to study if you wish to explore all these technologies. The title of this FDP is Emerging Technologies for Business Applications. So we have to speak on different technologies. We can't be limited to one. More easy to operate, more portable. Great. Now I have shared a link with you, user engagement. And I have shared a link in the chat window. You can go through this link afterwards also, or now also. It is all up to you. It has already been shared in the chat window. And the link explains the difference between Web 1.0, Web 2.0, and Web 3.0. In a nutshell, we speak, see, Web 1.0 was a time when internet was very slow. Big modems was there. Then came, means browsers was there definitely. Then came this Web 2.0, where huge amount of data was there. Social networking sites were there. WhatsApp, Facebook, all these things belongs to Web 2.0. Huge amount of data. Now Web 3.0 is the concern about the security of this data. The world in which we are living currently is Web 3.0. If we talk about in terms of internet language, Web 3.0, where data security has become a concern. Now, speed is no longer a concern. If you just go to the flashback and close your eyes and think, speed used to be a concern initially. Whenever we used to do anything on internet, so we always used to say in India it is very difficult because we do not have a speed. Slowly and slowly, the restriction of the speed was nowhere. Then, when speed was restriction was nowhere, then came into the picture so much amount of data was shared. Everyone sharing every type of data. Still today, if we see, we take a picture, upload it on Google Cloud. We make a note, upload it on WhatsApp, send it to some Google Drive. So much amount of data has been captured. So that became the picture of Web 2.0, where data was not a problem, speed was not a problem. Now, when data has increased, the third concern which comes into the picture is security. What about my confidentiality? What about my privacy? I'm sharing so much amount of data. What about it? Now, this Web 3.0 gave birth basically to a technology which is we call it blockchain today, a decentralized approach. Already told by many speakers that it is a decentralized approach, and what is decentralized has already been discussed with you all. I'll not discuss it again. But again, my point is that the basics should be strong. So we are talking about 1.0, 2.0, and Web 3.0. Why this blockchain came into the picture. Now, giving 2 minutes to go through this link which I've shared. As I could see in yesterday's class, majority of the participants were saying that we are using mobile phones. Therefore, I am sharing the links which can be opened on mobile phone also. So just go through this matter, and then I would means request you, or I would love to see if after going through this article, you can jot down and share the difference between 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. Those who find it difficult, I have also opened it, and I hope that the screen is visible to you. What does this article says? In case the screen is not visible about this Web 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, to convey to me. So you can go through on your systems also. Though this is the thing which I wish that you all should. After going through the upper part, I have highlighted certain features which is all of blockchain. Good, Kanika. 1.0 being shared. Slow speed, no interaction, downloading is very difficult. The concern was, our difficulty was about speed. Static pages. Wait. Now, anyone else would like to tell what was Web 3.0 or Web 2.0 by using the chat window? Just go through this study material or the blog and answer it. It gives motivation to me also that you all are going through it and I am speaking senses. Otherwise, I'll feel that whatever I am speaking is of no use and the participants are attending only for the certificate. I've shared a link. Just go through that link and answer from it. What is Web 2.0 and what is Web 3.0? I believe that majority of you are from management background. Therefore, keeping the things on a lighter note also. Not so much technical part is written over there in that. Kaninka, the article says that in Web 2.0 we had social media like YouTube, Wikipedia, Flickr, Facebook. In your query that whether it was MSN Messengers and Alta Vista Music, it was difficult to connect and all these things. This was in World Wide Web. www came into the Web 1.0, and social media became a part in Web 2.0. Then large amount of data came into the picture in Web 3.0. Okay, so I think no one else to answer with it. Anyhow, now when we go down to this article, see, is the screen visible? I hope. So the browser which is we are using currently is Google Chrome. Maximum majority of the people use it. And in Web 3.0, the scenario which is going to rule, it says the browser would be Brave. The storage we are using is Google Drive. New type of storage which is based on blockchain. See, we are talking about blockchain. So I wish to give you examples so that you know applications which have already been built on blockchain. Now, why I'm giving these examples? That might be you are so much good in programming, or might be you are having a team that you can make your own applications similar to these applications using blockchain technology. What is blockchain has already been covered with you. I'll speak more on it on my words in my way, that what is blockchain, but how you can use it. You can make your own storage using this technology. For example, we have storage. Similarly, Skype was using Web 2.0 applications. In Web 3.0, using a blockchain technology, we have expertise. Similarly, operating system. Social networking, Facebook, Twitter shifting to Akasha. Akasha is still in budding stage. came into picture in 2015, if I'm not wrong. And if you Akasha is taken from the Sanskrit word Akash. If you go through this website of Akasha, it will give you some that enter your email ID and become early access of Akasha, something like that. Similarly, messaging, WhatsApp, and all shifting to status. Now, believe me, in 2009 or 10, I first heard from a speaker about cloud computing. And when I first heard of this terminology, cloud computing, I said, oh, what all he's saying about? And he was saying that the day is not far when everything would be controlled by mobile applications and you can order fala things sitting inside your dining room. I said, oh, what all things he is talking about? And during the lunchtime when I talked to him, so he said to me that, Mr. Agarwal, that why are you working on this technology of mobile agents? This is a far beyond technology, means late technology. Why don't you shift to cloud computing? This is one of the technology which is upcoming. And I said, is it so? He said, yes, just go and search about this technology. So when I searched about this technology, cloud computing, I liked it and I started working on it. It was similarly, I'm giving you this, uh, why I'm sharing this story with you, that I'm giving you the motivation, you can say, that these are all the upcoming things which you will see down the line in next 5 years. We believe so because blockchain is a technology which is now being heavily in demand even in banks. If you go through the magazine, it says that 33% of banks globally are shifting to blockchain. Though first it used to be a hindrance that whether banks will shift on blockchain or not, but now they are also shifting to blockchain. So these are some of the things which I believe that if you all can use in your daily working habits, you can make a habit to use these things so that you can explore the applications which have been made on blockchain. Why purposely I have taken this in? Because I know that this it is not only the things that you have to learn the technical things, we have to use also, and these are the applications which you can use in any business. As the title of the MTP is Emerging Technologies for Business Applications. These applications have been built using a technology called blockchain, and they are secure. You can use them for your use. Okay, so let's proceed further. Just give me a second. In case there are any queries, I would love to ask or answer them. In case of any queries, do ask the queries. Yes. Now, before we proceed to little technical things, is the screen visible which says ethereum.org? Can anyone help me using his mic or her mic? Is this screen visible? Ethereum.org? Kindly unmute and tell. Okay. When I ask, is this screen visible? So kindly unmute and tell, because when I'm asking, I cannot see the chat at the time. Okay. So shall we proceed? No answer from someone. Unable to hear or what? Okay, let me see the chat. Okay, visible. Great. So let's proceed with it. Now, you've already been told about what a blockchain is. Now, let me tell you what a blockchain is in my own words. Blockchain is a technology which has already been discussed with you, where there are different blocks and there are different transactions, and transactions joined together, and these transactions make a block, and then that block joins with another block. It gives a picture of hashing and all. Cryptographically they are secured. But let me tell you something more in it. See, blockchain is a technology which you can compare with an operating system. Okay, blockchain is a technology which you can compare with an operating system. Like in your computer, you put your operating system, and then on that operating system, you put different applications, you put different softwares, and you write your own programs or you make your own applications on that operating system. Similarly, blockchain is can be compared as an operating system where you can use this operating system, where you can use this technology of blockchain to make your own applications which run on that operating system. Now, there are different platforms on which you can make your applications using blockchain technology. Ethereum is one of that platform. Ethereum is one of that platform where you can make your own applications using blockchain technology. At the back end, Ethereum is providing you all the technicalities of blockchain, which you need not worry. As an operating system, you use Ethereum over your operating system, and you build your application on Ethereum. And the application which you build on Ethereum, it interacts with the Ethereum and it provides you the functionality of the blockchain. Now, the code which we write on this Ethereum platform is called a smart code or a smart contract. It is called a smart contract. And that smart contract interacts with the Ethereum, like yesterday Intisar sir was telling, that you write a smart contract in Solidity, the Solidity compiler converts it into bytecode or ABI, and it becomes a blockchain application. So the code which you write is a smart contract which you are writing on Ethereum. And this is not the only blockchain platform. There are various blockchain platforms like Hyperledger, which is heavily used. What is the difference between these two blockchain platforms which are heavily used? One is Ethereum and the second is Hyperledger. See, Ethereum is used by masses and Hyperledger is used by industries to make their applications. And Ethereum is used by masses. Secondly, Ethereum is used for applications where generally cryptocurrency comes into the picture. And when we need to make applications where we do not think about cryptocurrency, we prefer Hyperledger. So the most common blockchain platform which is used by masses, means which is used by a common man, is Ethereum. Okay, the most common blockchain platform is Ethereum. So today in the second session, we will be exploring that how we can write a smart contract using Remix and how we can make a dApp. Now, what is a dApp? Let me tell this now only, that when we use Ethereum, I said that you can compare it as an operating system, and on that Ethereum you make a smart contract. That a smart contract is used to interact with the Ethereum platform. But that smart contract does not give you any GUI atmosphere. It does not give you an application which you can use. It is only for interaction with the blockchain platform. So to make it a GUI atmosphere, you require an application which is built over that smart contract. Now for that application, a smart contract acts as a bridge between your code, your GUI code, and Ethereum platform. Now this smart contract is acting as a bridge. Now to write that smart contract, you can use JSP, you can use web3.js or other things for writing that GUI applications. And that GUI application which runs using this blockchain technology on which this smart contract act as a bridge is basically called a DApp. That is a distributed application. A distributed application which is being used on a decentralized server of Ethereum, on a decentralized platform of Ethereum. The application which is built is called a distributed application or a decentralized application, which is the short form is DApp. Okay, so that is a distributed application. So in the second half, we'll be talking about uh, distributed application, how we can make a DApp using a Remix platform and all. Now, all of you open this ethereum.org. Now, why I'm sharing with this with you? We all think from where we can learn about blockchain and all, from where we can learn about Ethereum and all. See, everything is available on the official website itself. No need to move here and there. No need to think from where we can learn from what are the resources, though there are several books also which are available, but a large amount of information is given in the official website of Ethereum itself, ethereum.org. If you just scroll this website, you will come to know what are the things you have to learn. Then it itself gives links, so many links. Ethereum, what is Ethereum, Ethereum white paper and all, then developers that you can get started. Then these are the tutorials. If I'll click on tutorial for a moment, let me click. Now you can even submit your tutorial and you see how many tutorials are there. Getting started with Ethereum, testing a smart contract, a Python developer's introduction to Ethereum. Many of you already know Python programming language and they may be interested to work on Ethereum using Python. So how can a Python developer use Ethereum? Then how you can make a smart contract. There are so many tutorials or articles which are already there. And keep on exploring this site, then learn by coding. So this is a remix which will be seeing afterwards. Means then there are other things. If we go back to this site, Ethereum site, I'll share with you the thing which I love the most. Then I think, is it visible? It is visible. Request kindly use your mic to answer. Visible? Every time I hear some humming sound, that's all. Anyhow. Any queries till now? Any queries? Okay. Okay, thank you. So let's proceed. Now see why I'm sharing with you all about this community. Now we all are having our Facebook accounts, Twitter account, and so many accounts, and we keep on posting our photographs and other things in it. But basically, the social networking sites were not meant for all these things. These were to build your social network for your uh, technical profile also. Now, this is a community of Ethereum community. Ethereum community which says that you can join these communities and attend. What does this community means for example, a kitty party. Similarly, this is Ethereum community where people meet which thinks of the same things, and they share their knowledge, talk about certain issues. Now, due to this COVID season, this everything is going on. What we say, online also. So you can enroll into so many communities. For example, if you say that these are different meetup groups means that where people are meeting up. And nowadays, what is happening up is that in this meetup, if you join a meetup group, for example, you join a meetup group of Japan. Okay, just click on Japan, and you join on this group of Japan. And when you join on this group of Japan, might be possible that there are certain events which is going on in Japan, and you can attend it uh, online. But this Japan group I have not joined. I do not know. I have joined the Singapore group because in Japan I think there may be a language issue. So you can join this Singapore group, and there are many meetups which has been organized, and these meetups takes place online, and without any charges you are being allowed to join this meetup group. For example, if you see that uh, it gives that this meetup would be there. Blockchain and cryptocurrencies have been one of the most talked about. So block show x sf, bringing crypto to sff 2020, something like this. So there are these are the meetup groups. So date and time will depends upon your uh, place. It gives the time of Singapore. So you can join these meetup groups to learn. The basic motive, what I'm trying to tell is that if you wish to learn, that no one is there to stop you from learning. Okay. So let's proceed with it. So Ethereum is one of the platform which we'll be seeing today. And to learn for this platform, the website which is there is ethereum.org. Tutorials and learning materials, a large amount of things is already available on it. No need to buy books and no need to go here and there, that from where we can learn and all. Okay, so I'm just trying to give you a roadmap that these are the technologies and these are the things which you can already do. Okay, now let's proceed with it. Just give me a second. Yes, another platform from where you can learn is, I'm sharing it in chat also. I request that please open this site which I've shared in the chat window. These are some of the important takeaways which I'm sharing with you. Already you have been told about what a blockchain is and so many things. So these are some of the takeaways which I'm sharing so that you can explore all these things and use them. dappuniversity.com. So we talk about MOOCs in our current scenario. That we talk about SWAM, we talk about NPTEL. There are EDX, Coursera, so many restrictions we have that if we wish, though we can put our lectures on YouTube, no doubt. So why not to make a blockchain platform where anyone who wish to put something technical things can put, and any student can learn from it. So this fellow have made it not in the same way. Over here only he can put his videos, but the name is DApp University. Now, good videos over here and good tutorials. You can go through these videos to learn more about blockchain. I've shared, I think, yes, in the chat also. from where you can learn all these things. Now, can anyone answer a query of mine? Though I'm not getting answers, and this thing is holding me to discuss things. But still, I'm asking. Now, though previous speakers have already spoken all these things, so answer should come, then I will proceed this time. Consensus algorithm. What is a consensus algorithm is? What is a consensus algorithm? So many speakers have already spoken about all these things. Agreement in different parties. Great, Kanika. Let others also come into play. What is a consensus algorithm? Process in computer science used to achieve agreement on a single data value among different parties. You wish to answer. Good, Sunil sir. More answers, I wish. Consensus algorithms. It must have definitely been talked about. It can't be there that if we are talking about blockchain and consensus algorithm have not been discussed. Okay. Tell me that whether consensus algorithm word has been taken by previous speakers or not, because I have not attended all the sessions. But I believe it must have been taken. If not taken, then I'll discuss. Just write yes or no that whether consensus algorithms have been discussed or not. Yes means it has been discussed, no means it has not been discussed. No, sir. Okay. The consensus mechanism algorithms have not been discussed. Strange. Anyhow, now see, when we talk about a blockchain, we say that it is a distributed, decentralized application where no one is playing a picture and there are different blocks which are joining with the chain. The chain uses hash code and all. In morning session, I found that Dr. Kala was discussing about mining and all. Though I could not hear all, but when we talk about this mining and miners, so uh, it, what decides that when can a block be joined into a chain? So this consensus means mutual agreement. The consensus means mutual agreement. Now, every blockchain platform, when we are making an application, the blockchain platform uses the consensus algorithm, which is, you can say, is a mutual agreement which will say that a block can join into a chain or not. There are different consensus mechanism algorithm. They are called proof of work, proof of stake, Byzantine fault tolerance, and many others. There are about 15, 16 consensus mechanism algorithms which are being used by different blockchain platform. For example, if we talk about Ethereum, the consensus mechanism algorithm which Ethereum used to use was proof of work. Now it has shifted to proof of stake. And consensus mechanism means that which allows a block to join. For example, if I say that there are 10 participants and I say that a block can join into the chain only when at least 6 of them will agree, yes, that this block is legitimate and it can join into the chain. So in this case, the consensus mechanism algorithm works in a majority voting in favor. So that becomes a consensus algorithm. Similarly, there are different consensus mechanism which is called proof of work. In case of proof of work, what is proof of work basically? In case of proof of work, complex mathematical puzzles, you can say, has to be solved by miners. And once they solve that puzzle, they say that yes, a block has been mined and I'm the first one to solve that puzzle and the block is legitimate and it can join into the chain, and that miner is being rewarded for it. This was the concept of Bitcoin. This was the concept of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is one of the application of blockchain. Bitcoin is not a blockchain. Bitcoin is basically an application of blockchain. And the cryptocurrency of Bitcoin is also called Bitcoin. Remember this thing. For example, Ethereum is one of the blockchain platform, and the cryptocurrency of Ethereum is called Ether. In Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency is also Bitcoin, and the platform is also Bitcoin. Okay, so in the concept of Bitcoin, what happened that when a miner used to say that yes, I've mined this block and this block is legitimate, he used to get reward for it. So this was how the concept of Bitcoin was made, and we do not really know that who made this Bitcoin. But like in today's session, in the morning session, sir was telling you about that there are so many miners and there are so many mining farms. And if you will search these mining farms, you will find majority of them belongs to China. Majority of them belongs to China. So blockchain technology means miners, they are maximum miners are sitting in China. And when we talk about Bitcoin, we do not know that what is the future of Bitcoin in terms of money making and all. But slowly and slowly, its value is decreasing in terms of cryptocurrency. And if that owner who has made this Bitcoin, we do not know. The name is called Satoshi Nakamoto, and which is also not confirmed that it is said that it is a pseudonym. We do not know the real name of uh, the Bitcoin owner. And it is my presumption that he must be some Chinese because maximum farming companies are there in China. So irrespective of all these things, means consensus algorithms is something which is a mutual agreement, which is allowing a block to join into the chain. To speak in lighter note, which is allowing a block to join into the chain. And different platforms have their own consensus mechanism algorithm. We do not need to worry about them. Sometimes a query comes to me, sir, can I make my own consensus mechanism algorithm? I say, yes, you may make. There is no harm in making a consensus mechanism algorithm. But if we see to it, uh, Ethereum was using proof of work, and it took about 10 years for Ethereum to shift from proof of work to proof of stake. Recently, in February, it shifted to proof of stake. A team of people working dedicatedly on consensus mechanism algorithm, it requires a lot of coding and a lot of knowledge. So it is not an easy task. Okay, but to make an application in blockchain platform is not a tough task. So if you wish that you can make an application like in the morning session, someone was sharing about uh, use of blockchain in education. It is possible. I'm giving you one of the idea which is a hot kick nowadays. Online examinations. People are so many worried that online examinations are secure or not. So if you make an online examination system on a blockchain platform, it is bound to be secure because you are using a blockchain technology and in the backend. And we have recently patented our work on blockchain on Namami Ganga mission. That how to we can achieve cleaning of Ganga by using a blockchain technology. So blockchain technology can be used for any type of application. That is not an hindrance. Okay. So consensus mechanism algorithms. Now, again, I'm asking a query, then I'll proceed. That can you share certain consensus mechanism algorithms names? Though I have shared two, three with you, but even if you repeat them, then also it's fine. That name certain consensus mechanism algorithms. Then we will proceed. Grish sir, have you raised your hand or it is by mistake? Do you wish to ask something? You are free. Grish Kumar sir, I can see hand raised. No? Yeah, I think it is by mistake. No issues. So, can anyone answer means what are different consensus mechanism algorithms? No one. Are we having participants over here, or they have just logged in and moved to their work? This is one of the best thing in online studying, where you need not need to attend. Basically, most of the participants come when there is a time of mm, attendance. So the best thing is I request to the organizers that change the time of attendance in all upcoming uh, lectures. You can move attendance instead of at the end of the session. Share it sometime in between. Let's see what response we get if the attendance comes in between. What happens? Then a majority of people will request you to share at the only at the end. Anyhow, that was just a joke, not means not to be implemented. It is all up to you, means how much you wish to attend and all. Yeah, Kanika has answered 2, 3 consensus mechanism algorithm. Now, I'll show you uh, certain more uh, platforms which I hope you must have not heard of. Well, I've shared the link with you, and I'll open the link on my. I hope it is visible because no one is there to answer it that whether it is visible or not. So I'm expecting that it is visible. Your gateway into blockchain, Lisk. So Lisk is a blockchain application platform. So this is a blockchain application platform like Ethereum we were talking about, and these were some of the very famous application platforms which we talked about, Ethereum, Hyperledger, and all. But this is not only the limit. Lisk uses the consensus mechanism algorithm which is called proof of stake. Now, why I'm sharing all these things with you? Because these things are generally not told. These things we come to know when we keep on exploring the things. So therefore, I mm, shifted the talk from remix and ID and solidity to these things because yesterday in sir have already covered a lot of remix. Though we will do it in the afternoon session after this, but I shifted and I named this session as some of the takeaways which have not been shared with you, or you can say these are some of the hidden secrets which have not been shared with you. And if you'll explore them, then you will uh, you can say that you can fall in love with blockchain because these are the things which are being used and things become easy. Now your goal is up to you that whether you wish to make a blockchain platform which requires definitely a large amount of work, or you use this blockchain platform and make your own application and make that application such an application will become so famous. For example, I'm again saying if you make an online examination application built on blockchain, definitely your means that application will become famous. Means if someone would have launched it in the beginning of COVID or in the initial days of COVID, then he would have become a millionaire and a billionaire. And but it is not so easy task. It requires a teamwork and it requires a lot of coding. Anyhow, now I'm sharing another. This is another platform where I've shared with you Neo.org. There are many. Means these are only some which I'm sharing so that many times we think that we know each and everything. When we see all these things that comes into the picture that, oh, there are so many things which we do not have, we have not even heard of. So this is another blockchain platform, and the consensus mechanism algorithm which it uses is Byzantine fault tolerance. Byzantine fault tolerance. Byzantine fault tolerance is a consensus mechanism algorithm. If you go through it, you can see that there is a mm, fort which needs to be conquered by an army, Byzantine, and there is a story of that Byzantine fault tolerant consensus mechanism algorithm. So this is new.org. This is another, you can say, a developer friendly platform, decentralized application ecosystem, which gives you its own tools and all things. And you can use C Sharp, you can use Python, you can use Java, and for and then definitely for GUI atmosphere you use JavaScript and all. And there are so many network which is there. There are so many collaborations, cities which is working on this. So neo.org. Okay. Now it is up to you which application you wish to explore. Now, to give you the idea of different applications which have been built on blockchain, I've shared with you in the chat window a website where I hope it is visible. State of the dApps. I hope it is visible. This is one of the websites which I really love. Now, people sometimes ask questions that, is there any application which can be used in farming? Is there any application which we can use in income tax? Is there any application which we can use in that? So instead of answering yes, I just open this and say that search whatever applications you wish to have. You wish to have for property, you wish to have for governance, for finance, for media, for an exchange. Different type of applications have been different. And on different platforms. If you see over here, these are all different platforms. Ethereum, Clatium, EOS, Hive, Blockstack, Icon, and more. There are so many different type of platforms on which different type of applications have been made. And if you have your own decentralized application, you can even submit it to your own decentralized application, and you can earn money from it by putting an application, and you can earn money on from it. If you choose Ethereum, I say that I choose Ethereum, then it says that these are different applications which have been uploaded on Ethereum platforms using this state of the dapps.com, Ether, MakeDo, FX, yeah, so many applications. Ranking wise, it says, and you can means this is not only these are not only limit, but some of the things. Now see this Chainlink. I personally like this application. Now, someone has made this application a Chainlink application. Just giving you an idea means what all you can use. We all are worried about that how when we pay for a MasterCard chain means Visa, PayPal, and banks and all. Someone has made this application where it has used a blockchain application, a blockchain platform, and it says that you can use all these payment modes using that blockchain application of its. So it gives a security into the mind. And hardly, if you see, almost 1 year back it is. Almost 1 year back it is. So means the market is still open for us to do all these kinds of things. And these are is the kind of things which our prime minister talks about Atmanirbhar Bharat and all. But when we see that there are no such applications which have been made some Indian person, we see that all have been registered and licensed to some foreign companies. So why not to make an applications and give? So instead of talking about all the theoretical part, I practically means intentionally choose all these things to give you the motivation of all these things. That yes, you can make your applications and you can put it over here. And these are the things which is going on. And these are the platforms from where you can learn. Because I told in the very beginning that I'm addressing the very intellectual people and from one of the very world famous university, JNTU Technological University, a dream university, I should say. So therefore, intentionally, I changed my talk uh, from remix to this thing so that I could at least motivate even if one or two persons of you from you all and we can collaborate and work on all these things. It would be a pleasure. Now, mm, as per the time, I believe so. The first session is almost over. Then we will begin with the next session of Remix in Ethereum. Organizers permit, we will have a small break of 15 minutes and then we will join. Ma'am, are you here? Any organizer? Am I audible?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, ma'am.
Sir, am I audible now?
Yeah, ma'am. Please, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry, sir. It was a technical issue, so that I was again logged into my mobile.
Okay.
Uh,
Nothing, ma'am.
so yeah, sir. We can go for a break of 10 minutes,
Okay, ma'am.
and we will start the next session by 3:45, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Sir. Participants, please take a break of 10 minutes and rejoin by using the same link by 3:45 p.m. shop. Thank you.
Okay. So, welcome back, and we will.
Yes, sir, we can start the session now.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Yes, we will. Now, in
Thank you,
this
sir.
session, we will cover about uh, Remix and MetaMask and all. So, just give me. I'll try means tell you the things which was told yesterday by NCR Mehndi sir in a little different way. So to begin with, let's start with it. See, we have already seen what is a Ethereum, what is a blockchain, what is consensus mechanism algorithm, and what are different applications where you can submit your DApp and all. And we have seen some of the applications also which have been used, which have been made on Ethereum platform. Now, when we write a code on Ethereum, so the language which we use is probability, which we all know. Now, to write an Ethereum application, we require a wallet. We require a wallet. Means why do we require a wallet? Is basically we require a wallet to uh, we require a wallet for to hold our cryptocurrency. We require a wallet to hold our cryptocurrency. Yes. Hold on. Yes. Let me share something else. Just a second. Mm, Yes. Now, kindly, one of you please unmute yourself and tell is my screen visible and uh, am I audible? Is the screen visible? And am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, see, when we talk about Ethereum, in an Ethereum platform, what is required is that we require a cryptocurrency. And the cryptocurrency of an Ethereum is Ether. Cryptocurrency of an Ethereum is Ether. The smallest unit of an Ether, is called Way. So 1 Ether is equals to 10 to the power, or we cannot write over here, but superscript, it is there, 10 to the power 18. The power 18. So we say. So having said this, that in Ethereum, the cryptocurrency is called Ether, and 1 Ether is equals to 10 to the power 18 Way. So the smallest unit of Ether is Way. When we write down our code in Ethereum, the code which we write down in Ethereum is called as smart contract. Code which we write down in Ethereum is called as smart contract. The code of Ethereum is called as smart contract. And to write down that code of a smart contract, the language which is generally used called Solidity. Solidity is the language which is used to write down the smart contract. Now, there are different ways in which we can write down our smart contract. We can have Solidity compilers, we can have different text editors, and there are different ways we can make download the Ethereum client and run on the standalone machine. There are different ways. The easiest way to use the Ethereum is ID Remix ID. Is Remix ID, Integrated Development Environment, which gives us a way to write down the smart contract using a Solidity language. Now, what all I have written, I hope it is visible over on the screen. Whatever I have written on the screen, any doubts on these terminology, then do tell. These all things was covered yesterday by NCR Mehendi sir. Still, I have repeated in short. Any doubt in this thing, then we will proceed. The terminology which I have written over here, any doubts? I'll move to the chat window and share these things with the chat again. Any doubts? Like yes or no, any doubts?
Participants, please post your queries in the chat box.
I've shared the entire screen so that there is no confusion in sharing. Okay, no doubts in this thing. Cryptocurrency, Ether, Way, Ether, Solidity language. Okay, great. So let's proceed. If no doubts, then let's proceed with it. Now, let's make another box over here. Box. Now, we have already seen means there is no doubt for it on remix and all. Now, whenever we talk about an application which we make with Ethereum, for applications which we make with Ethereum, we generally require cryptocurrency which is called Ether, and to hold that cryptocurrency, because we require an account. Similarly, for example, if you are holding your money, you require a bank account. Similarly, to hold these cryptocurrencies, whether it is a Ether or whether it is any cryptocurrency, we require an account, and that account is known as a wallet. So there are different type of wallets. These are divided into browser-based wallet, we have app-based wallet or mobile-based wallet, or we also have desktop wallet. There are different type of wallets: browser-based wallet, mobile wallet, or desktop wallet. Now, these wallets, you can say they are your accounts where you hold your cryptocurrencies. And whenever we make a program or whenever we write a smart contract in Ethereum, it takes certain amount of fees from us, from our wallets. So to write down that account, we require certain amount of ethers. Okay. The deduction is done in the smallest unit, that is called way. जो deduction होता है, that is always in the smallest unit, that is a way. Now there are different type of wallets like browser based wallet, mobile wallet, desktop wallet. There are different type of wallets. Now these wallets, browser wallet, mobile wallet, or desktop wallet, out of these wallet, today we are going to use a wallet that is called MetaMask. So what is a MetaMask? MetaMask is a browser based wallet. Okay, MetaMask is a browser based wallet. So we are going to use a browser based wallet today, which is called a MetaMask. And first step for our work today, is that we will have a MetaMask in our browser today. So all of you might be using Google Chrome. So we will shift to Google Chrome instead of Brave, though we have put it on Brave also. But for your all convenience, I'll use uh, Google Chrome and do all these tasks. One by one, we will perform, and I'll wait for you also to perform with me. Though, again, I'm saying that INSEAD sir have done all these things, but if we are repeating it and in a different way, the way will change, and definitely you will come to know certain new things also. So MetaMask is a browser-based wallet. Remember this, and this is the first step. So the first step is to have a MetaMask account. To have our account, because we need to have certain ethers in our account, and for it we used to need to have an account. So how do we have an account? By using a MetaMask. Now to have a MetaMask, let's how do we proceed? We proceed by opening a Google Chrome. Let me open it. Yes, it is there. You open it and you type MetaMask. This is the first step. If you wish to learn, then do all these things parallelly if you have not done it. Go to the site metamask.io. This site can't be reached. What happened? Switching to protected browser. Not happened. Do not require it. Yes. So this metamask.io will open. Then you will download it depending upon your browser which you are using. This metamask.io, if you go, it is available for different browsers now. Initially it was there for Google Chrome only. Now it is available for different browsers. It is there for Brave also, it is there for Mozilla also. So you can download it depending upon your browser. And when you download it, the MetaMask browser, now in a very simple way, the first step is that you download the MetaMask browser, sorry, the MetaMask wallet. Then you create your account in it. Create your account in it. When you create your account in it, you have to remember one thing which is very important is that when you are creating your account in it, it will ask with you that whether you want to import, you want to create a new. So you will choose create a new. When you will create a new account, it will give you a secret phrase. It will give you a secret phrase or a seed word. We call it a secret phrase or a seed word. You have to save this secret phrase somewhere in your system, because when you will proceed further, you need to copy whatever there was in the secret phrase. Finally create the account. These secret phrase would appear on your screen in a jumbled way, and you have to put the secret phrase again. So when you will put the secret phrase again, then only your account would be created. And by keeping the secret phrase secure somewhere in your system, you can shift your account from one system to another system, or sometime you forget your password, the secret phrase come into the picture. So I'll give 2-3 minutes to you, and I'll wait. If you have not done this MetaMask exercise yesterday, do it today. And if there is any query, do ask to me. Download the MetaMask, add it as an extension to your Chrome. It is a normal software, as you can download any software in it, and add it as an extension. Just remember one thing, that you have to put that secret phrase, that you have to save that secret phrase, so that things do not become uh, means you do not forget to put that secret phrase when it is asked again. Okay, I cannot repeat the steps means with you, because I have already installed it, but in case you find any difficulty, then do ask. I'll wait for you for 4-5 minutes, and I hope that in case you need any help, then do ask. Those who have already installed the MetaMask previously or just now, just write a 2 in the chat window. If you've done with this installation of MetaMask, help me by writing a 2 in the chat window. No? Shall I wait for you all to install the MetaMask, or shall we proceed? Okay, I think we should proceed. Okay. So let's proceed with it. Believing that you must have downloaded it. Don't know. So the first step was that we have to put this MetaMask. Now, having taken this MetaMask, installed this MetaMask, now see if when my MetaMask account with you, this is how it appears. It asks, I've already installed and taken it in the means added it as an extension to my browser. It is how it appears in my system, means for me. But this thing does not, my conscience does not allow me to just go on speaking without getting the response. Have you put this MetaMask? Could you please help me by telling someone this MetaMask have been done? You have already installed it, or what? Shall I wait? What? Any person could speak or write. No one there. Alex. No response. Is it so means I am wasting my energy? Please guide na that whether you've already done this thing or we should proceed or what. No. Okay. So I believe that you have already, sir, we have downloaded and creating MetaMask race. Okay. So I'll wait, Srinivasan, sir. If it is so, response from at least one person has come. So the first step, if someone has missed, I'm just repeating it, that we are talking about Ethereum, and the cryptocurrency of Ethereum is Ether. And the smallest unit of Ether is called Wei. 1 Ether is equals to 10 to the power 18 Wei. The code which we write in Ethereum is called as smart contract. The language which is used to write that a smart contract is Solidity. There are different ways we can run the program in Solidity. We'll be using Remix ID. And whenever we make an application in Ethereum, ethers are required. And to hold those ethers, we require a wallet. There are 3 different type of wallets. One is a browser-based wallet, second is a mobile wallet, and third is a desktop wallet. So today we'll be exploring about a MetaMask, which is a browser-based wallet. MetaMask is a browser-based wallet. So the first step is that you have to download MetaMask. Go to the website metamask.io. Create an account in it. If you do not have an account, then create an account in it. It will ask for a password. Give any password you wish to give. It will give a secret phrase or a seed word. Save that seed word somewhere. Again, it will give you that seed word in a jumbled way. Put that seed word again, and then you will have a MetaMask installed in your system, and you add it as a extension into your Chrome browser if you are using a Chrome browser. When you will finally add it, you will see this fox-like symbol. You will see this fox-like symbol on the screen. You will see this fox-like symbol on your extensions. This fox-like symbol will appear. Having this fox-like symbol says that your MetaMask have been shared and added into the Chrome browser. Okay, having this fox-like symbol say gives that it is being added into the Chrome browser. Now we'll proceed. I hope that MetaMask have been added into your Chrome browser. Now, when this MetaMask have been added into your Chrome browser, when you'll open your MetaMask account, like I have opened it. Just hold on. Yes. And see, when we open this MetaMask account, it gives us different networks. It gives us different network. This is the Ethereum main network. This is the Ethereum. We'll forget about this swapping for the timing. This is the Ethereum main network. This Ethereum main network is required when we are making an application which we wish to make it public to the Ethereum main network. And for this Ethereum main network, we require actual ethers. We require actual ethers. But currently we do not have any actual ethers, and they are so costly also. So for developers to work on this Ethereum platform, Ethereum has given us a way where we can write our code and we can use testing networks. So there are different testing networks like Ropsten, Coven, Ringbee, Gorille. There are different testing networks which we can use, and we can use these testing networks. Okay, we can use these testing networks to write our smart contract and test it. Okay, so we have chosen a Ringbee test network. Okay, now like I said that we open a bank account, it is same way as we are opening a bank account. In the same way we are having over here. Like we open a bank account, or we an account address is given to us. Similarly over here we get an address. You see over here account 1. This is my account address. This is my account address of Ringbee test network. Okay, this is my account address of Ringbee test network, and I'm having these many ethers, but these all ethers are of test network. They are not actual ethers. These are all ethers of test network. So this is my account address. Now if I share this account address with you, you see this is how it appears. But this is also cryptographically secured, and the cryptographic algorithm which is being used in securing it is called SHA-256. Okay, this account address is also cryptographically secured, and the algorithm is called SHA-256. Okay, which I think in cryptographic primitives you must have heard of in this in previous sessions. Okay, so this SHA-256 is the cryptographic algorithm which is being used, and this represents my MetaMask Ringbee account address. Now I request you all to share your account address in the chat window. If you have created a MetaMask, I gave you enough amount of time, and it can be done with a mobile phone also. Not only a laptop is not only required, means there is no restriction for laptop. Hands-on means that you are doing at the same time, then only it gives energy to us also. And believe me, daily we are showing, it shows invalid seed phrase. It means that you have not saved your seed phrase correctly, then only it will give a valid seed phrase question, sir. I told you in the beginning only that you require means a seed phrase have to be kept safely. So after adding it to Chrome, what is the next step? Okay, Kanika, if you have added it to Chrome, I hope this fox-like symbol must have come into your Chrome. Means if you created that account, the fox-like symbol must have come into the Chrome. If the fox-like symbol have come into the Chrome, go to this, if you can see my screen, go to this place, networks. There are different networks. Shift to Ringby test network. Shift to Ringby test network. After shifting to Ringby test network, copy your account address. This is your account address. Copy your account address and share that account address in the chat window. Anyone who would like to share his account address in the chat window? No one. Okay. Let's wait for 2 more minutes if someone tries it. A very simple step. You have to just download the MetaMask and do this thing. Let's wait for 2 more minutes. Okay, let's proceed then. If you have added it to Chrome, then it is hardly any difficulty. I don't find any difficulty should be there. If you just shift to your Ringby test network and this. Anyhow, so if you have added into the Chrome and you are having a Ringby test network, and this is your account address which says that, which recognizes you. Now, when you will do this step afterwards, because I think that now no one is doing, you will find that there are 0 ethers in your account. So you require certain ethers in your account. You require certain ethers in your account. Now, how you can get ethers in your account? Now, to get the ethers into your account, for every test network or for every Ethereum platform, there is a faucet. Faucet, you can compare it as a RBI, like a Reserve Bank of India. There is a faucet which gives you ethers for testing purpose. Because when you will test, then only you will make your code, and when your application will run seamlessly, then only you will go to buy the actual ethers to deploy your uh, application to the Ethereum network. So you need to have faucets. So for every testing network, there is a faucet. For example, if we Google it, call it, sorry, when we Google it, so we call it faucet.ringby, just faucet.ringby. The website is faucet.ringby.io. Great. Sanjeev sir has said written something requesting faucet funds into this. Good, great. He has already gone through this step, which was told yesterday by NCR sir also. Now I'm explaining some little bit inside deeper also, that what is a faucet. So faucet is like a, you can say, an RBI which is providing you testing network ethers. Okay. So when you add it to the Chrome, you shift to Ringby test network and you go through this faucet. When you go through this faucet, what you have to do is, all of you must be having a Twitter account. Just open your Twitter account. Just open your Twitter account by clicking on this link. To request faucet funds via Twitter, make a tweet. Open the Twitter account by using this thing. Remember to open a Twitter account by using this, like making a Twitter. Now open your Twitter account and First, it will say that you have to log in. So let me log in into my Twitter account. Mm, Yes. Now I have logged in into my Twitter accounts. Now you say it says that requesting faucet funds into this. What you have to do is your address of that Ringby test network. You have to paste that address over here. Sorry, I've pasted the last thing. So what I do is I open the MetaMask again and I paste this address over here. Paste this address over here. Now I'll explain this thing also. Just hold on. Let me select it. I replace this 0000 with my address. Now what is happening is this Ringby faucet is providing us testing net ethers, but it provides us testing ethers when we share this thing in our social media, because they also want something in return. So they are getting the publicity in the social media, and we are, which address is asking for ethers, we have to put that address over here. So I put my address over here. It represents my address. If you paste someone else's address, then it will not work. Okay. So I pasted my address of Ringby test network and I tweeted this. Okay. After tweeting this, what is the next step? What is the next step? After tweeting this thing, what I do is I copy the address of this tweet. Now, how we can copy the address of this tweet? How we can copy the link of this tweet? Click on this upward sign. Click on this upward sign and copy this. Copy link to tweet. Copy link to tweet. Copy link to tweet. After copying this link to tweet, come back to Ringby authentication faucet. Come back to Ringby authentication faucet. Coming back to this Ringby authentication faucet, paste the tweet address over here. Paste the tweet address over here and click on give me ether. You can choose any of the option, 3 ether, 7.5 or 18.75. I choose an 18.35, and after some time you will see that a message will come that this much ethers have been funded. It gives insufficient funds for gas into price plus value. Strange. So this Ringby authentication is facing some difficulty, I hope so. Otherwise, it gives a message that these many ethers have been funded. Anyhow, there are other ways also to fund, but this is the way it is not working. Anyhow, but this was the best way to have the faucets to funds. If you can share your account address with me and I can transfer ethers from my account to your account directly, because I think there are hardly 2-3% those who have created a Ringby test network MetaMask. So if you wish to have ethers in that Ringby test network, you can share your address in the chat window. I'll transfer it, and this will show us a new way also, that how we can transfer ethers from our MetaMask from someone else to someone else's account also. Okay, we'll wait for 2-3 minutes if you wish to share your account. And the first step was to download MetaMask. The second step was to have ethers in the Ringby test network using this faucet.ringby.io. If this does not work, then there are other faucets also. You can Google it, and then we'll proceed to the third step. But before proceeding to the third step, in between, we can have a step where we can show you that how you can transfer ethers from your MetaMask to someone else's account. In case you need to know, then share your account detail with me. Okay, so let's proceed with it. Anyhow, faucet dot ring be done. Just hold on. Twitter. Okay. Kanika has shared the address. So okay, if there is only one person who have shared, so let me send ethers. Now, how do we send ethers to it? Is very simple way. We click on send. We can buy. We can send. So we click on send, and we say to whom do you want to send. So this is the address which has been shared by Kanika. So I copy the address of which has been shared by Kanika, and where is this MetaMask gone? Click on send. Put the address over here, just like this. I am sharing ethers. How many ethers I wish to share? I say I wish to share 20 ethers. And see, this is a guest price. I'll tell you what is a guest price and what is a guest limit. And I click on next. After some time, it says that do you really want to share from account one to this address which has been shared? And see, I was transferring 20 ethers, and after having uh, adding this gas fees, it amounts to 20.000063 ethers has been transferred. Now, what is this gas fees? Is whenever we work with Ethereum, remember that whenever we work with Ethereum, for every transaction we are doing, every simple code we are running, every smart contract we are running, depending upon the complexity of that code, a certain amount of gas fees is taken from us. The unit of gas fees is in way. The way is almost is so small unit itself, and gas fees is taken from us. So to even to write a small smart contract, we require at least one or two ethers in our account. Therefore, we have to fund our MetaMask account. Okay. So like Kanika was not having any ethers because this faucet.ringb was not working. So I'm transferring from my account. As soon as I put this confirm, now depending upon uh, the internet and the miners authenticating this transaction, the miners will also authenticate this transaction that I'm trying to transfer 20 ethers, whether I was already having more than 20 ethers in my account or not. When miners will authenticate it, then finally these 20 ethers would be deducted from my account and it will reach to our account. Now see, you must have seen this message coming on my screen that confirmed transaction. The transaction 117 confirmed, view on Etherscan. We can also view this thing on Etherscan. And you see, if I see the activity that send ether minus 20 ethers was done, and to this account it was done on December 11th. So everything is recorded, and this thing is also recorded in the blockchain. This thing also becomes a part of the chain, part of the network. Okay, now 20 ethers you see have been deducted from my account, and I hope that they have been credited into Kanika's account. Now you still have zero ethers. Kanika, just shift your network. I think you are in your open your MetaMask. Open your MetaMask. Go to this place where ring B test network is written and shift your networks like this. I've shifted to Ethereum network. Come back to ring B test network. As soon as you will come to ring B test network, it should show 20 ethers. See, then tell whether you're, yes, got? Great. So congrats to it. Yeah. But these ethers are only testing ethers. You can't buy or sell it. Congrats. But these ethers are only testing ethers. You can't buy or sell it. These are for testing ethers, which can be used only for testing purposes. Okay. Now, anyone else would like to share? Okay. Now, she has asked a query that for what purpose we are actually transferring these ethers and all. Initially, I told you that in an Ethereum network, whatever applications we make, they are bound with a cryptocurrency, and the cryptocurrency is the Ether. To write down that application, to run that application, certain amount of ethers are mandatory in our account because a gas limit, a gas fees would be charged from us, and that gas fees would be taken in terms of way, which is the smallest unit of ethers. We require a certain amount of ethers in our account to deploy our contract on a testing network. Another way is if we do not have ethers, then instead of deploying on the testing network, we can write a contract and we can test it by using the Atmosphere Java virtual machine. Okay. So another way is by using a Java virtual machine, and the other way is having a testing network. And when we have tested on our testing network and we want to make it public, even the testing network is public. But if we want to make it public on the main Ethereum network so that we can say that we are using the main Ethereum, then for it we require. Yes. MetaMask is used to make application also or just for fees purpose. See, MetaMask is basically a wallet. MetaMask is a wallet which is used to hold your cryptocurrency. That's all. MetaMask is nothing more than a wallet. It is an interface which is providing you whenever you will be using an Ethereum and you will be writing a smart contract, it works as an interface in between. Okay. Between your account and the smart contract account. There are two accounts. One is uh, an externally owned account, and second is the smart contract account. Whenever we write a smart contract, that smart contract is also represented as an account. It is also having an address that is called a smart contract address and a smart contract account, which is visible on the Ethereum scan, means which world can see through that smart contract address. And the second account is externally owned account. This EOA, externally owned account, is holded by MetaMask. Is holded by MetaMask. Okay. Now Krishnan sir has also shared uh, his uh, account address. Now I would request, yes, we will link Ethereum with MetaMask very soon. In coming means today itself, we will link both of these things. Okay. Yes, for public purpose and for any purpose, these things are linked. This is an external owned account which is linked with the smart contract account. Okay. Now, Krishnan sir has shared his account. I request Kanika to transfer 2 ethers to Krishnan sir from 20 ethers. He's just now earned transfer 22 ethers, sorry, to Krishnan sir. Then we will proceed. Okay. So when you have transferred those 2 ethers, just let us know and Krishnan sir tell that you have got the ethers, then we will proceed. So this gives an hands-on experience also that we have practiced it. Okay, great. Address invalid. Sent. Okay. So I think Krishnan sir will. Madhvi ma'am, something is wrong at your side, I think. Kindly check. Okay. So I hope Krishnan sir will soon get it. Let's proceed with our work. Okay, great, great. So Krishnan sir, could you please confirm that whether you have also got? Yes, so 17.994 ethers because you transferred 2 ethers and some gas fees was also added. So it becomes 17.99. Yes, gas fees, you can say it is like a tax. See, whosoever has created means these blockchain platforms, so nothing comes for free, to be very specific. Like in Bitcoin, when miners were doing something, they were being rewarded and all. So transaction fees is always there. We call it a gas fees over here. Basically, it is a transaction fees. Whatever transactions we are doing, even when we are running a smart contract, transaction fees would be taken. Okay, so that transaction fees in terms of Ethereum is by the name of gas fees. Okay. Krishnan sir, could you please confirm? Then we will proceed. Okay, must be some network problem. Okay, this is what we can. So I'm opening now Remix IDE. Let me open Remix Ethereum. Screen has already been shared. Is this Remix ID visible? Remix.ethereum.org visible? I hope it must be visible. So as a third step, all of you kindly open this remix.ethereum.org. Search in Google. I might have typed something wrong. So remix.ethereum.org and a window like this will come into on your screen. Remix.ethereum.org. Now, what is it? This is basically an IDE, integrated development environment, which we are using to write our smart contract. We will write our smart contract over here. We will compile the smart contract directly from here. So when you I've opened this choose solidity option. Okay, choose solidity option. I'll just explain what is about this platform to you a little bit, then we'll proceed further. On the extreme left, you see this is the file browser where your different files, you can create different files by clicking on this plus sign. You can create a new file and type a smart contract over here. For example, if I put a plus sign and it says that what is the name of your file, I gave it a name jntu.sol and I click on OK. And over here we can write down our Solidity code. So Solidity is the language which yesterday Insar sir have already told to you. I have not explained Solidity to you today, but you need to learn it yourself. To have an hands-on session, I'll share a code with you, a small code, and you all can copy the same code and run with me if you feel so. So the code which we'll see today, small code we are seeing. I've copied the code and you can I'm sharing the code in the chat window also. All of you can copy the same code. Okay. You can copy the same code and do a small change in it. 0.4.0 to 0.4.25. I'll explain what does it mean. Just wait for 2 minutes. I'm giving you 2 minutes so that you can copy this code and put it like this on your, like I have copied it on this jntube.sol. I have made it just now. Like this. So you can paste it over here. 2 minutes I'll stop for you all. And if you have pasted it over here, then do let me know that you have done with pasting of the code. Expecting others also to do. Let's wait if someone else also say that whether they have copied. Now it is the time of attendance also, so I think majority of the people would be returning also. Chale, let's proceed. So Vittal sir have also said that he has copied it. Thank you, sir. Now the code has been copied. Now let me explain that what is this uh, code all about. This is a small code of Solidity. In Solidity, whenever we write a smart contract, the first line is Pragma Solidity, and this line says that there are different versions of compiler in Solidity. It says that the code is compatible for this version of Solidity compiler. And this particular code is a small code where we are taking a name and age from a user and adding it into the block. So two functions are written. One function is written to take as an input of a name. Another function is written to print whatever name we have taken. Similarly, whatever age we have taken and to return that age. Okay. So this is the function of that Solidity means function of this code, explanation of this code. Now coming back to this Remix platform, this was a browser which is used to add files. Now after this browser, this is the link, if you can see the cursor, for compilation of Solidity code which we have written. Now there are different versions of Solidity compiler. If you click over here, you will find that there are so many versions of Solidity compiler. Okay, now to run this code, we take 0.4.25 commit. Okay, to run this code, we take this version of the compiler, and as language is Solidity, we have already taken it, and we compile it by clicking on compile. Okay, now as soon as we compile, we get two outputs. One is called ABI, which is application binary interface, and second is a bytecode. Now this application binary interface, initially I said that whenever we write a smart contract, above this smart contract, we write our DApp, we write our application, which interacts with the Ethereum platform using this smart contract. So this application binary interface comes into that picture then. This compiler is creating this ABI, and this ABI is used whenever we write down the front end application. This is the back end application, you can say, in a certain way, that this is the back end smart contract. Over this smart contract, we need to write a GUI application where user can interact with their applications, like the applications which I shown you in the morning. So for that, this ABI is required, which is generated by this compile. Now, if I'll click on this compilation details, you see what does it gives. It says that what is the metadata, what is the beta code, what is the ABI application binary interface of this file. You see that I'm just, if I keep on clicking on this ABI will explore. And when we use it by using our local server and by using Truffle and all, then this Web3 deploy is required, which is generated over here. Then what is the hash metadata hash and all, everything is hashed, everything is hashed in this. Then what is the assembly code, the bytecode which is being generated. So these are all the compilation details we get. We even get gas fees in this compilation details. You see somewhere it will give gas estimates and user code, runtime bytecode. This gas estimates, if you'll open, it will tell that this is the code deposit cost all in way, this is the execution cost, and this is the total cost. If you keep on scrolling it, the total cost of running this is this much, is the total cost of running the code. So everything is being calculated and generated in this compilation details. So I personally recommend you, though this is a short lecture, that when you compile this, study what all details are being generated with this compilation details. Now, why I'm sharing with this thing, it has been shared with you before only, that how do we compile, but no one is going to tell you that you have to study this compilation detail. What is this ABI? What is this bytecode? Therefore, I'm saying that when you go through this compilation details, you come to know so many things. That this is the bytecode, though bytecode is of not of importance. What is ABI? What is hash? And if you are putting it on SWAM, what is the location for putting it on SWAM? What is the location for putting it on IPFS? All these things come into this compilation details. Now, after doing this thing of compilation details, the second part is deploy and run transaction. Deploy and run means it is, you have already compiled, now you want to deploy and run. So how you can deploy and run is, there are two ways. Basically, there are three ways. We'll talk about two ways. One is that you run on a standalone machine by using a JavaScript virtual machine. And the second is by linking with the MetaMask account. So we'll link with the MetaMask account. We will choose injected Web3. As soon as we choose injected Web3, itself gives a message. You see, execution environment has been provided by MetaMask or similar provider. I choose injected Web3. Now, as soon as I choose injected Web3, this account address is same as my Ringbeat test network account address, which was generated by MetaMask. You can compare this address with your MetaMask address. Just wait for a second. I'm waiting for a second or a minute, you can say. And you see that in your system, when you choose injected Web3 on deploy, and this address and your MetaMask address is same. Okay. When you have done with this, we will proceed. Okay, there were certain queries I left. Version is 0.4.0, so change the code Kanika to 0.4.25. Okay, the gas fees was how to link, we will just see. The gas fees was there in terms of total cost and all in compilation details. Okay, And how to link we will see when we will be deploying it. When we are deploying on an environment, you choose injected web3. As soon as you choose injected web3, this account address which it is showing, this is the address of your external owned account. This is the address of your MetaMask account. This is the linkage has been coming. Automatically, this is linking. We are not going to link anything. Automatically, this is linking. Okay. And this is the gas limit. You can reduce it over here also. That is of no value over here. And the gas fees would be deducted from your MetaMask account when we'll finally deploy. But we are not deploying, means we'll deploy after 1 or 2 minutes. Just compare that this address is same as your externally owned account, which will give you a feeling of deploy. Okay. Injected Web3 means, means for it, I have to go in a little more deeper anyhow. See, there are 3 things. One is a JavaScript virtual machine when I am running on my own system. Another is a Web3 provider when I am running on my as a local host machine. And third is an injected Web3. Injected means it has been injected from some outside source. Okay. Web3 is an interface for us. This MetaMask is an interface for us, which is giving us a Web3 environment. Okay. It is giving us a Web3 environment so that we can make a final GUI application above it. Okay. So it is an injected Web3 because it has been injected from outside. Therefore, it is known as an injected Web3 atmosphere. And it says that you see, it is giving below this injected Web3, it is written Ring-B network. Why? Because we have chosen Ring-B network as a testing network. And if we have chosen another testing network, then it would have named that network also. Okay. Now, when you are done with this account, that this is the same account, do tell me. Yes, you have chosen injected Web3. As soon as you have chosen injected Web3 Kanika, this account address, which is coming over here, as you can see on my screen. Is my screen visible? I hope it must be visible. If my screen is visible, then this account address, account 0xbb6, you must be having your account address of your MetaMask. Compare if the account address is same or not. If the account address is same, it means that you have linked your remix with MetaMask. Okay, then we will proceed. You have to see whether this address is same as the address of your MetaMask. Like you see, if I open my MetaMask and you see this is address 0xbb, and over here also it is 0xbb, and 113 ethers, it says 113 ethers. In your case, it will say 17 point something. And if you see, it is written connected. So it is now connected with this remix atmosphere. Therefore, it is giving the word connected. Otherwise, it was not written connected. It was written not connected. So the same screen shall come on your system as it is coming on my system. So those who have done with this, do write in the chat window, then we will proceed. I'm not getting the account address, it is empty. Okay, if you're not getting the account address, Kanika, it means that it is unable to connect with your MetaMask. Open your MetaMask account again, click on the Fox and see if any message is there. Switch to Ring-B test network, open your MetaMask account, switch to Ring-B test network. If it is not logged in, then logged in. And if there is certain message coming for confirmation of message, then do give that confirmation. Okay. And see that you are doing this deploy only after compiling. You are doing this deploy only after compiling. Yes, I got connect after I get my account. Okay, got. Yes, we'll proceed. Just hold on. You've got your own account, no? And Nayak sir have also got. Great, great. So now you got your account and it is linked with. So Kanika, is it linked with your remix now? Just answer. Means it is linked with your remix now. Means you are getting the same account over here in your MetaMask. You got your account. I hope the network issue or you must have got. Yes. Should I now confirm? No, no, no. Where is the confirm coming? Confirm is coming in your MetaMask something. If it is coming in your MetaMask, confirm it. Okay. It must be pending for some confirmation. Confirm it. And this account is linked. Now, after linking this account and after compiling, click on deploy. When you will click on deploy, you see, as you can see on my screen, it is saying that it is taking 0.0000238 of as a gas fees. It is taking this much amount of gas fees. So, and I'll click on confirm. That it will take certain amount of time depending upon the miners to authenticate it, and then a message will come, like you can see on my screen. It has come confirmed transaction. The transaction 118 confirmed, and you can view this transaction also. We'll view the transaction afterwards. And after confirming this transaction, the contract has been deployed. The contract has been deployed and the amount has been deducted from your MetaMask wallet. The amount has been deducted from your MetaMask wallet. Okay. Now, when you have deployed this contract, you can see the contract deployed over here. Deployed contracts, and click on this cursor, drop down menu, and you will see the contract has been deployed, and you can play with these function which was there in the contract. We'll play with these functions after 2 minutes. So I'm waiting for you all to deploy the contract, and when the contract have been deployed, you can, or if you're facing any query, you can ask the queries. Now, why we link MetaMask? See, we link the MetaMask because MetaMask was only holding our ethers, and for this transaction to run, it was asking for gas fees. Now, from where can we pay the gas fees? We can pay the gas fees only from our ethers account. Therefore, we link the MetaMask. Okay, and it automatically got linked as soon as we choose injected Web3. It automatically got linked. Okay, I'm waiting for you, yours queries, if any. After deploying of all these things. I'll answer your queries, Kanika. Just hold on. Now, see, it is not a matter of that we are writing a small code to get an age and get the name. We are writing a small code on a blockchain network. The main thing is that we are writing this code on a blockchain network. Okay, we are creating a blockchain. Even if you write a small code to get the database of the students, You can write it on a normal Java program, you can write a normal C program, but we are making a blockchain network, and for we are using the power of the Ethereum blockchain network to make it more secure. We are testing this thing by taking a simple code. Okay, it is not that we are doing something very big. We are testing this thing with a very simple code. But even to know all these simple things, a lot of research, a lot of work has to be done before. These steps were not written somewhere. When we started working on blockchain, believe me, these steps were not written somewhere. It was found by a lot of practice, which I'm sharing in such a small instance of time, that this is how you can proceed. This was not the facts. Great. In future, how will you get? So if you'll Google that how you can get testing ethers in Ringby, there are different ways. One is this faucet Ringby only. Okay, one is the faucet Ringby only. I don't know, means there must be certain problem in faucet Ringby today. So you can get the ethers from faucet Ringby also. And I've shared my YouTube channel link also with you all. You can go through this channel link, and there is a playlist of blockchain. And from the very introduction of blockchain, which I have not given today, but others have shared before, from the introduction of blockchain till Remix, and then applications, then Truffle, and uh, many other things of blockchain have been uh, described in this channel. You can go through that channel and learn more from this channel. So 10-15 minutes more I'll take to conclude with the session which we have done and what we have deployed today. Okay. No, it is not the money in our bank, Kanika. You can say that it is like a money in your bank, but these ethers are testing ethers which are only used for testing purpose. You can't buy or sell something like this. Okay. Main ethers you can compare as a money in your bank, but they're too costly to buy. Okay. And these are your testing ethers which are there with you only for your testing purpose. Okay. Yes, these testing network ethers are provided free of cost. Main ethers are not provided free of cost. Okay. I've shared the YouTube channel with you, and if you wish to explore more and more of blockchain, you can subscribe to it and go to the playlist of blockchain. Many videos will come to you sharing all the things which I have spoken or which have been left also. A lot of things have been left. Now, give me a break of just 1 minute and we'll proceed with what we have deployed. Okay. Just let me share the screen again. I think 10-15 minutes, 5-10 minutes remaining with me. Just let me share the screen. Okay. Okay. Yes. Back to Remix Ethereum. Now see, this was the code which we run, and this was the contract which was deployed. If we go to set age and we put our age, for example, 12, and I put on transact, you will see again it will ask for MetaMask confirmation, and every transaction is being recorded in a blockchain. So this is code, like Kanika, you were asking why we are doing this. So give you a feeling that how a blockchain has been created, how a transaction has been created. So everything is being recorded, and for it, it is taking a fees. And when I put on get age and it returns, see, I gave a age of 12 and it returns the age of 12. So this transaction has been recorded, and bulk of transactions go to a block. Then, if you see over here, this thing you can hear from this ring B ether scan also. On in your system also, if you go to this ring B ether scan transaction at this, you like I'm moving my window on the deploy side. You can see over here, and I click on this thing, ring B ether scan. Might be that I'm shifting to a protected browser. I don't know whether it is visible to you all or not. This ring B ether scan. Is it visible? Can anyone open the mic and tell this was ring B ether scan visible?
Yes, sir. It's possible.
Thank you. Now. Thank you. So if you see that the information which we get from this ring B ether scan, the transaction hash, the block number, timestamp from who has mined this, and uh, mined by who is mined by what is the miner ago. So it all give information of each and everything, and what is the next block, what is the now what I do is that you open this ring B ether scan and put your MetaMask address over here. See what all details it will give. There are two addresses. One is the smart contract address, and second is the externally owned address. So I'm just open this ring B etherscan.io. Put your choose your account address like I have chosen, and put your address over here. See, it gives all the details of that address. It gives all the details that this block was created 2 minutes ago from this address, and this address is the smart contract address, and to this address 0 ethers. From this to this address contract has been created, from this to this. Now I gave 20 ethers to you, Kanika. If you can see, 39 minutes ago from this address to this address 20 ethers were transferred. So it is giving me whatever thing has been done from this ring B account of mine. Similarly, you can search for your account. So this gives you a clear picture of that you are actually working on blockchain. Okay, so I'll wait for 1 minute or 2 minutes, and you can explore your Chalo. Now I gave 2-3 minutes to you so that you all can explore what is the block and transaction hash. Good, Kanika. See, in Ethereum or any blockchain platform, everything, every transaction, this like I ran this code for set age, get age, these all are transactions. Okay, and everything is cryptographically hashed. It using an hashing algorithm of which is called SHA-256. Everything is hashed. The hashed output is represented to us as a transaction hash. Similarly, the block address is hashed, so it is represented to us as a block hash. A transaction hash. Okay, so because we do not know the actual address, everything is hashed. To keep it secure, everything is hashed. Okay, even this address is hashed. This address is hashed. Everything is hashed to us. Okay, and this is the transaction fees, which is basically the gas fees which was deducted from our account. Okay, and a contract is created. If I go back to my Remix platform, let me go back to my Remix platform. Just hold on. See, this is my Remix platform, and a contract has been created. This is the contract which was created. I copy this value, and you can also copy this value, and you open the Remix Etherscan, and you paste this value. This is your contract address. I search it. You see, I searched the contract address, and it gave this thing. The first I searched for my account address. It was giving the details of my account. Now I have searched for contract address. So it says that with this contract, a contract was created. Then I executed a function which was set age. I remember it. So this was transaction hash for that transaction. And it was done from my MetaMask account to this account. Okay, a contract was created. Okay, in two it gives the address of the contract, the smart contract address. So there are two addresses. One is the smart contract address, and second is the MetaMask address. Okay, so this is how we use. Oh, the connection got lost, I think. We left in between some, I don't know at what point we left. I just now noticed that the connection got lost. I saw a query last, which was that what is accounted. I think we lost just now. Can anyone tell me that we lost just now? I hope means we did the part that we can search with the Remix Etherscan with our contract address also and with the externally owned address also. I hope so. What is block and transaction hash? Okay, so did I answer it? I don't know. Means or we lost at that time. Okay, we answered it. Okay, great. And after that, I just shown that we can search for the contract address also. Like we searched for my MetaMask address, we can search the transaction for a particular contract also by putting the contract address in the Remix Etherscan. So if there are any more queries, I would love to answer it. Else we will wind up with this session, and you all can explore further by subscribing to my channel, or I've already shared so many links with you from where you can study a lot. So that's all from my side. Thanks. In case any queries, then I would love to answer it.
Participants, please post your queries in the box, or you can unmute yourself and ask the request question directly. Thank you. Hello, sir.
Yeah, ma'am.
Sir, if it's possible, will you send some material related to this, sir? Whatever you explain about the hands-on related to MetaMask and all, how to send the ethers and all.
Okay.
So, is there any material or videos that are available so that I
I
can
think
share to the participants and they will revive themselves to the concepts that you explained today, sir?
Ma'am, one was I shared my YouTube video link. Na?
Yes, sir. I saw, sir.
And second is if you go to my website mayankagr.in,
Okay, sir.
there is a blog on the entire hands-on session.
Okay, sir. And sir, what about the material, sir? Material about this.
The whatever steps I was discussing is there on my website also.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Participants, do you have any queries? Please ask.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So I'll take your leave in case there are any queries, and they can
Sir,
reach me. Yeah.
thank you so much for your valuable time and detailed explanation about the hands-on and how to send ethers to other accounts by using various platforms like MetaMask and all. Thank you very much, sir, for your detailed explanation about all the concepts that are important for the hands-on. Thank you very much on behalf of JNTU School of Management Studies and Directorate of IQAC, JNTU Anantapur. Thank you, sir. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Participants, participants, please respond.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So one important announcement
Okay.
related to tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Tomorrow you have the same schedule from morning 10 to 5:30, but the last session will going to be a valedictory and feedback session. I request some of the participants to be ready with their feedback. Will announce your names so you can give your feedback about the FDP in the valedictory function. So after the valedictory, we are going to conduct final test of the FTP. So this message I will circulate in the group also. But here I am intimating to the active participants who are attending the classes regularly. So who got 60% in the test, they will only get the certificate of participation in this FDP. So please make this clear and be active in the class and participate very effectively. And tomorrow at 4 p.m. we will start the valedictory. It will end by 4:30 or 4:40. After that, we will go for conducting the test. After that, only after valedictory only we will post the test link in the that too in the Google Meet chat box. So no question of posting the test link in WhatsApp group. So we will post only the test link in Google Meet chat box. And coming to the type of questions, it's going to be multiple choice. We will give you 30 questions. So out of 30 questions, based on 60%, you have to give the correct answers. Okay, so don't worry. The questions are easy. You can answer. Those who attended the classes regularly, they can answer. They can answer 100% sure. Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me,
I
ma'am.
have a
Supriya,
query,
ma'am.
ma'am. Duration of the exam, ma'am. For how long the link will
Ma'am,
be
it's
active, ma'am?
actually the duration of quiz is going to be half an hour, but the
Okay, ma'am.
link will be open from open for 1 hour. Means it's based upon the time of posting the
Activation.
link. Yeah,
Okay.
activating the link, and based on that only we will disable the link also. We will give
Okay,
1 hour of time. Try to
Okay, ma'am.
complete it within half an hour.
Okay, ma'am. And after inaugural, you will provide the link in chat box.
After validatory, ma'am.
Okay.
So validatory you have to join. So after 4:30 we won't allow the participants to join, because here we have to admit all the participants.
Okay.
So you have to be in the class and you have to be in the validatory. That is mandatory, and the feedback from your side is also necessary.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, that's and if any of the participants are interested to give you their give their feedback, you can give directly at the time of valedictory. We have a separate time slot for that feedback. So after the address of the chief guest, we will go for feedback from the participants.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Any queries related to tomorrow schedule? So the tomorrow morning first section is going to be handled by Prashant Sahu sir, and second section is going to be handled by Dr. Suresh Babu sir from NIT Warangal, and the third section is going to be handled by Dr. Anshuman sir, who is from University of Oulu, Finland, and the last section is going to be valedictory and test. Anaka. Hello. Any doubts, participants? Hope it's clear from my side. Thank you.
Hello,
Chapandi, ma'am.
ma'am. Actually, some concepts are very new to us, ma'am. Basically, we are from commerce background, right? So
Madam,
today and yesterday
don't
is
worry, madam, 1 minute, madam. Don't worry about the test. It's
you
the
said no,
test
ma'am.
is
Only
based
who
on.
score the 60%, they only get the certificate. So I became panic now because some concepts are very
No
new to us
question.
as we are a commerce background students. And how if we are not able
Yeah,
to score more than 60 means what happens, ma'am?
madam, I know. But let me clear one thing. The questions
Okay.
are going to be on the fundamentals of blockchain. Madam, 1 minute.
Okay.